it up, they're awesome. They go work at an office, they tear it up, they're awesome. So they go to church, they tear it. You know, there's other people that, like, no matter what they do, they just don't get any traction. They're always looking for the perfect scenario.
So like the crazy uncle who wants to do is like have his own business, but he just got fired for like 3 jobs in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'd be kind of the same.
Yeah.
You guys probably all have that person that's like, hey man, I need to borrow $5 grand because I'm gonna start my fish and lure business.
I've got the best idea.
Exactly.
So I want to clarify
this opportunity for
I want to clarify as this relates. The Malden guy that I'm reading, you know, Alan's father-in-law. I'm reading this book he wrote, and he was talking about before investing in companies. Once he does all of his research and he finds the perfect company to invest in, then he wants to read the bios of all of the key members who work there. And if they haven't been successful at their previous jobs or they haven't had a track record of success, he won't invest in the company just based on the track record. So
Warren Buffett does.
Yeah,
Researches
totally,
that.
it's the same.
that's like more important to them than it is that what their core product is. You know. Now moving along here. So at the bottom here it says, how does a great company determine if it should let someone go? Jason, can you read point 1?
Would you hire that person again?
So just the question you have, and this is something that I personally think, like in the HR folder, we might want to save just this little nugget here. Because a lot of times you get emotional and you kind of forget like what you're doing. I know I get like that. I'm like, definitely not going to curse. And then I run over my foot with my car, barely. And I'm like, ah, you know, and then you like, whatever I planned just goes out the window as I curse at my foot. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have something in writing where you say, you kind of look back and you refocus here. But the first question is, would you hire this person again? Without naming names, can you guys think of somebody, and I'm not just, can you think of somebody right now that you work with or used to work with in the last few months that you definitely would not hire again, but for whatever reason, where they're either still here or someone that we're trying to justify them or give them more traction? Or have you seen this?
I've seen it.
Okay, so point 2 is, would you feel terribly disappointed or secretly relieved if the person left? So the person was like, I leave, I'm gone. Would you feel relieved? And the best example I have is with Thaddeus, who was our Achilles, that guy. You know, when he left, wasn't there just a sense of relief of like, whoa, yeah, you know?
We were like burning instant candles because I felt so
That's good.
relaxed.
Then we let him back.
You feel me on that? So,
I guess we would hire him back.
So as far as action steps moving forward right now, is I read this, as I was reading this and really trying to get it and how it pertains to us, I feel like the action steps, there's some pretty clear action steps that jump out to me that I think we need to put in place. On the photography side, I really, really feel as though we can have a private meeting about this later, but I feel like we've got some of the right people on the bus, but it's getting them in the right seats. I think that's going to be a huge issue for us. Is what seat do you want to be in, and what seat are you good at, and then let's do that. You know, I think that's an issue there. I think on the DJ side, though, I think we really, really need to be focused as we go into this year. That we need to realize that our lifeblood of our company and our sustainability is who we hire. And I know how we do Craigslist posts for jobs and stuff once we need them, but I almost feel like this is a deal where we need to keep doing that continually, and we need to view this as like a consistent deal so that we're always poised for growth and ready to.
I know that you've consistently, since you began, really have gone to like ORU recruiting a lot from there, just because you know, in general, kind of the character and work ethic and stuff that those people have. And
well, I'll tell you
that's
this:
a consistent deal always.
Super Dave Peterson, is that right? Last name? Dave's intern down there, and he'll be back after the holidays. But he sat down. Was he there one day with you, Rick, on the phone one day? And he set up two like lease transactions, like in like what, 4 hours? Was there 4 hours? Maybe 5 hours?
It wasn't a full day.
Like 4 hours. And Braxton was like, "Holy crap!"
We're gonna go ahead and pull him away from you.
I'm just saying though, but Braxton was just like, that guy. I don't know what that guy just. Man, he's just on it. And I think it was just shocking because he's a great guy. He gets it. And I think that's a huge deal when you find someone who's a net positive. I guarantee, Dave, you put him in photography. You just got 2 weddings booked, or a wedding booked, or you put him in a DJ. That's just how he is. It's just like he just wants to be successful. So I think you have those people. But I think moving forward, I really think we need to put it in our calendar, like in the multi-calendar, where however we do it so it doesn't become just part of the background, but monthly or whatever, that we do a recruiting trip or a recruiting attempt, not just when we need it. Because I feel like there's a lot of times that we have a guy that's a B or C class guy, and if we could just find an A and replace him, our whole company would improve that much more.
Seriously, yes.
You know?
Wasn't that the kind of the mindset behind the whole DJ ranking system?